I'm unavailable.
And then when you question the when
I'm the bro. I'm the hair bonnet. I'm the deep throw.
Come here. When they get to call and I'm coming content. When they talk,
I'm unavailable.
that's I'm not alive. We are your phone calls. The beer,
Violence headquarters.
Roland is telling me a story. Roland is telling me, oh, please lower the TV sound. Lower the TV sound. So we hear Davido is in trouble. We hear Davido is in trouble for sampling a song. That is the Unavailable song. That is the Unavailable song. And as it stands now, the internet is making fun of Davido. They're actually mocking him. But whilst I was doing the first one, I explained the shatter encounter with the, how do we call it?
The passion.
And people said they wanted to hear you guys to your side of the story.
whether it will correlate.
So maybe come here, madam. So maybe you have to tell them your side of the story because they said they want to know. Like someone actually wrote. So we also want to listen to Kojokin and hey, Jackie, what is laughing at you? Say Roland. Roland is in trouble. So could you briefly on that? You also want to know your side of the story. What you also think about it?
Oh, okay. So what happened at the Kotoka International Airport wasn't good. We were supposed to fly to Kumasi, and so yes, you've explained that. Yeah, so what most of the things he said is the truth, and the point is, we all know when you are boarding a plane, you have a time to go through immigration and all of that, but there are processes. So before you can say a passenger is late, we have to know that everybody is in their seat. Everybody has boarded the plane, and maybe there are some empty seats, and they do even announce passengers who are not in the plane yet. And so we couldn't get to that level, and we got information that Wale is being denied checking and all of that, which wasn't in a good light. Clearly, I told Sammy that yes, somebody want to prove, show power, show authority, take the bragging right that I block Shatter. You go out there and spread the rumors. I block Shatter and all of that. But it was bad. Imagine we have something important to come and do, and because of emotions, little emotions, somebody want to block it. And as a matter of fact, because
we want to explain. Don't come and say what Sammy said.
yes, and you see, but he said he has explained everything to you. So we are adding up. And when you go to a point that we all have to decline because of they denying Shatter, that is where we call something critical thinking. So as a manager, because one person is late, we are about 16, all right?
Yes.
Oh, you mean
no, I was 14 people. Okay, everybody has checked in, and it's left to only one person out of the team. And you are denying that person, and okay, because you are denying that person, we are all declining, we are all not boarding the plane. This is where critical thinking is very important. So you need to consider so many factors. Okay, these people decline the journey means there is going to be delay, because our luggages have been checked in already, and it's going to take time going to go through security and all of that before you can unpack our luggages again. Meaning there will be delay, and that will affect innocent passengers. But because still a hand time aswarding upwarding just to get some cheap bragging right, this man was saying yes, we should bring our luggages and all of that. And because of that, the plane had to wait for an extra close to 1 hour. Close to 1 hour. This is clearly not critical thinking. Because we hadn't gotten to the level that every passenger is in the plane and some people are left. And even that they do announce. Even right there at the airport, we saw other flights announcing passengers who are delaying the flights.
Even the same passenger.
You know,
Even
the same passenger. They were announcing other passengers who are delaying for other flights. So clearly, there is a deliberate attention for somebody to score some cheap points, and that was very bad. That was very, very bad. So whatever he said is the truth and nothing but the truth. You guys need to understand it.
Okay, Ru, come through. Then after that, we go.
So I think I think it was a very bad experience. You guys have shared lots of details about whatever went on, but it was a very bad experience. The only thing that I would talk about is our working attitude as a people. You know, sometimes yes, because it is not our company, somebody will say, "Oh, abayin juma yen swa yen see a console." Because when I take a critical look at the decision that was made on the day on the part of the managers of Passion, I was asking myself that, oh, so if assuming you are the CEO and I want to be founder of the company, what decision would you have taken as at that time? And that decision was not one that is even going to affect the company, the flight, or inconvenience anybody in any way. Besides, even that particular time was not a time that you can say, oh, we've seen people who have even who just gets to the like in front of the plane, just board the plane, and within 5 minutes the plane takes off. And even in how do you call it, plane passengers, we have sections, we have people who are of higher priority and all that. And those people, even sometimes, because this is a local flight or there is an internal flight and it doesn't have that demarcation of the economy and the business class, most of these people are being bussed in different different buses to the plane. And if we have special people who are being bussed in different buses, and those people even come later after the, I would say, quote and unquote, the ordinary people have boarded the plane. And within those times, people still have to wait for them to come, and we still can't accommodate this. Then I ask myself, okay, if Senke your company, would you have taken the same decision? It is bad. And it is not only with what we experienced yesterday, because for what we experienced, there was one thing that I also noticed, that it was just somebody being marked, and that is Shatawale. He was specifically being marked because you should see the energy that even the junior staff were putting in when he was, and it is not something that you say, oh, he was late, so he wasn't even able to check in. In fact, he was checked in, and the order came that he should be checked out. So this is a clear cancellation. It is not something that you say, oh, he was late, the plane was about to move before they said, oh, he should come. Or people have even finished like going through immigration checkups and all that. So this was a clear cancellation, like, oh, it's a shutter, take his name off. Because he was clearly checked in, checked out, and his boarding pass was taken away. He was checked in, checked out, and because when you check in, they will give you your boarding pass. His boarding pass was taken away. Somebody put his boarding pass in his pocket, sat in a car, and just drove off. So it is a very bad attitude. The experience wasn't good. Yes, we did not take it lightly at the airport, and this is not something that we will condone on any day. On any day.
All right, so we're going straight to business. We're not going to spend too much time here. We are stepping out. We are actually about to go start our party. I told you guys we have a party tonight. You guys know about that. Love says I'm looking like a police escort.
Yeah, what's that?
Sammy Flex look like a police escort. Okay. And Jackie Boatin says, I saw Shatta and Rich Game jamming to Countryside. Yes, it is true. Rich Game is also one of the guys who held Black Sheriff down when he was coming up. So that relationship is there. Joe Emmanuel Nkrumah, see you, says Ghana for you. Hey, Joe, watch now, Friday. Jackie Boatin says, I have to go back and watch the other video. Is this from Kumasi to Accra? Yes, the flight was from Accra to Kumasi. Yes, we are still here in Kumasi. Now, let's go back to it. Ro, get a song for me. So, after Davido dropped his Timeless album, of course, the world is jamming to the Timeless album. Unfortunately, today, we go online and we find another song which seems Davido sampled his Unavailable song from it. And as it stands now, the internet is actually making fun of Davido because they think he has, like they use the term, stolen someone's intellectual property. As it stands now, there are some people who think it is a big deal for Davido to do that. And Roland was just playing a review someone did from Nigeria. And according to the person, looks like Davido has not sought permission from the original owner. That is what the person is saying. So we are quoting the person. He says, looks like the video has not sought permission from the original person, as in the person who did the original song. So you will play the song, the original song a little bit, bring it closer to your mic so people can hear it well. Then ask them, they are going to tell us whether it's a big deal or not. And I'm sure maybe when they are done, I also put through one or two that I want to. Yeah, so what is the song?
This is the song.
Unavailable. I'm unavailable. You know. I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. You never see me.
All right, so a snippet of this song from TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Kojo is a songwriter among us. So let's start with Kojo, whether this is a big deal or not. Because let's say the video song says, I'm unavailable.
They know they see me.
I'm unavailable. Them know
they see.
And this one says,
I'm unavailable. You know they see me.
Play it again. Let's see if you can see it.
I'm unavailable.
You know go see me.
I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. You never see me.
Well, so like I said, Kojo is a songwriter, and very soon, me and Kojo we are starting a program, the Bass Clinic.
Yeah, back clinic, man. Hospital.
Yes. Very soon, you guys should wait for that.
Postmortem.
You are waiting for Kojo to move luggage.
Postmortem.
He has to move to Soto before we can start this program. That is the Bass Clinic. Kojo, big deal or no big deal? Let's wrap up.
Hey, sampling is a big deal. Sampling is a big deal in this game, you know. We are talking about intellectual property, and creativity isn't a joke. And so if you're going by this business, you need to make sure you go through all the professional levels. And so clearly, when you listen to this song and you compare that to Davido's, clearly you know that there are so much similarities in there.
Okay.
And that tells you.
So could you? This is my thinking. The video's rhythm and the original rhythm, they are not the same. The video says, "I'm unavailable."
Yeah.
Them know they see me. Then it's like, "I'm unavailable." You know they see me. In terms of rhythm, it is not the same. And I still want us to do this argument, having in mind the UK artist, what's his name?
Drake.
No, not Drake. The one who went to court and even went to play the the guitar to prove that he did not sample the song.
yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Yes,
Ed Sheeran,
I want us to do this
Mm,
argument, having
mm,
that Ed
mm,
Sheeran thing in mind as well. Could you, yes, so you
Yeah,
can
so it is.
5 minutes.
It could be. It could be. Sampling could be the rhythm and the lyrics as well.
Okay.
Okay, so clearly, probably this one we are the contention here is about the words.
The lyrics.
Yes, and the with the even the rhythm, this one is a bit slower, and this one is more
Worship and praise.
exactly. The videos is a bit hotter than that of the choristers, and so even if you can still get a link in there. You can still get a link in there. Just that someone has tried to maybe give a different tempo, a twist to it. But the words and everything, you can have some resemblance in there. So in this case, it's about the people to prove that really the video has sampled their song. And we have the rules and regulations and all of that. It is not the fact that you just accuse somebody that they have sampled your song and that is all. You need to also prove it. But my question is Davido aware of a song like this? Because if you got inspired by this song, clearly you can also give credit. Of course, we were here and Nasir's latest song, we're talking about him maybe probably having inspiration from A.B. Crenshaw and Snoopy Mike James and all of that. So if you were inspired by this song, there's no problem with it. There's no problem. Just give credit or something like that. But if you are not aware, then this will be a very big coincidence, very, very big coincidence, because they are almost talking about the same thing. And the most important line in the video song is that part.
Yes.
And clearly, this one too, that is the most important thing. So it moves around that side. So if Davido was aware that there was a song like that and he didn't credit them, that would be a bit of a great oversight on the part of Davido, because where he's gotten to now, he really understands the game, and he is fortunate that he's playing with the big boys out there,
so he understands.
and in that space he understands what copyright infringement and all of that it means if you are to lose and all of that. So I think he should have given credit. If possible, he knows about it. But in music, it can happen. You can also conceive an idea, and maybe that song has been in existence for many years, and you are not aware. It's also like that. So when it happens, when you go to maybe they take him on, you can also come with your defense, whether, or maybe I didn't know about this song, but clearly my motive is different. I didn't sample based on A, B, C, D, and they look at it, and if you are free, they will let you go.
I see.
Yeah.
So you think that if the people should press, Davido can be guilty if they press charges on him for copyright infringement? Do you think he can be guilty?
They have a case. They have a case because listening to the two songs is not too far from each other, and copyrights have a lot of terms and a lot of laws. You know, so they may have a case, but you see, issues of law and all of that, you cannot be so sure that I'm going to win. So it is a matter of them being able to take him on. Then they go through the process, and we see how it turns out. At times, some of these cases become precedents for us to also learn and know certain technicalities, and know even when to what level can we say somebody has sampled a song, and then this will not be sampled. It will be like a song theft.
If it comes out like that.
Because this in this case,
You lifted the whole
you have lifted something from the song.
No, you see, the sampling thing is like it has different flows. So if let's not even go back, I think the Obrafour and Drake's issue self is one clear example. The Killer Cat So it was the words that was taken. But this time, somebody could have said the words in different ways, and that's what Davido did. This one reminds me of the Sting and Diddy case, because Sting and Diddy, it was almost the same lyrics like this, but Diddy played it in a different way with different melodies.
Okay,
But
rhythm.
yes, but used the same, how do we call it, lyrics, just like this one.
Okay.
I'm unavailable, you no go see me. The video also says I'm unavailable, you no go see me. So I think it is just the rhythm, but when you take the melodies of the lyrics, it is almost the same thing. It is almost the same line. So it is a clear case. I don't want to see this as coincidence. Maybe Davido, yes, Davido thought of the idea and he decided to record, and later on there is a revelation that it is somebody's song that has, our artists listen wide. I've had instances where I remember one at Edem, I'll mention his name, like opens his car and you have no idea even the artist he's listening to. Most of our current artists, it will shock people that they go as far back as 30 years, 40 years, 50 years to listen to them songs, and they reproduce them. It is happening. Let's check people who are being held for sampling people's songs. You realize that most of them are not even in their time. These are songs that they enter into the 50s, they enter into the 60s. They say there is nothing new under the sun. Exactly. So I just don't want to take this as a coincidence. It is just about the people being able to prove it. Because like the story that we read online said, this person is from the south side of Nigeria. So even if the song is popular, it is not that popular for you to say, or for you to be able to pinpoint, bam, that, oh, the moment you hear it, like Nasir's own. You see, the moment you hear Nasir's own, because those other songs are very popular, you are quickly able to connect. But this one probably is not that so popular.
It's not a top song.
It's not a top song. And looking at where it is coming from, it will be very difficult for people to even grab it at a go like that. So me, I am not surprised for issues like sampling and its legalities there. It is just about you being able to prove, which is why somebody will even take the pain like a Sharon, go to the court, take his guitar and go and play live.
For you to know,
yes,
they didn't play the same thing.
So and even that one said, even the playing live, the crowding pono, I tell you, give it to a layman and the person will still be confused because the rhythms and the melodies are the same. But then sometimes we can only encourage our people to give credit to whom credit is due. That is the only thing we can do. That is the only thing we can encourage people to do, is to give credit to whom credit is due. Some of these things, people take them for granted. Some of these things, people do it and they think nobody sees it. Because you see, one other thing also is that most of these old folks, currently, as we speak, it is not all of them who have their works on these distros. That when you re-upload them, the system can just flag you out. They I didn't take inspiration. When I was managing Pizus, the trains, I remember they were doing one recording in their studio. I've forgotten the line of the song. They sang a portion, they pick a portion from somebody's song, one of our OGs, and they made a whole song out of it. So the moment they played the song to me in the studio, I asked them, this line that you used, do you know who it belongs to? And they said, oh no, we don't. And I said, do you know somebody has a song and it is he made that particular line? And they were like, no, this idea came to them because they actually listened, like they listened to the song a long time ago. So when they had the beat, it was that thing that was just ringing in their, especially when, okay, what maybe that you've heard about something before, and you quickly want to make sure that, oh, you like you can make something meaningful out of it. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it happens like that. What TBB, the moment you hear it again or you hear something similar, it brings those memories back. And I believe that is what will push some people like Davido to do some of these things. Perhaps he listened wide and he's been listening to them. We've had 3 days or 4 days ago, Sarkodie came to tweet Edem's album, one of Edem's album, and he put a fire emoji to it. And the time that he tweeted it was one that I was paying critical. It was around 6:52 a.m. We know Sarkodie to be a very gym. Now he's a very gym person. And
Very Jimmy.
yeah, Jimmy. He's very gimmick. and you see, so like you, just like the way when you are training, you play people's albums, like you play Black Sherif's album, for example, like you can just train with that whole album.
Should I train with Lumba?
You see. So for Sarkodie to have tweeted that, then you realize that probably if he was in that mood and he was listening to that whole album, and at that point he was able to appreciate that song. So moving forward, let's say 5 years time, 10 years time, if Sarkodie gets a beat and wants to record a song, and there's that possibility that any of these songs that he's probably listening to can come as an inspiration or a reminder in his mind subconsciously, that he may not like directly say, oh, I am picking a line or two from this song. He probably would write it, but later on when our VAR starts,
That one you would know. I remember I was recording and I made a line. Clearly, I knew that this line is from this person. So I had to come back and change it because I didn't want it to sound like it fitted. It just came because of the rhythm
You were working on.
exactly. So it just came. So after
I knew it was someone.
exactly after the engineer played it back to me, I was like, no, this is for this person, and I don't want it to come out like I lack lyrics and all of that. So I have to just recreate that line to keep it original. So at times they know, but they let it slide. And some big musicians also are fond of taking songs that belongs to lesser known people with the mind that it won't get anywhere after it is big. Nobody can come after us and all of that. So it is there. That practice is also there. But I think if people in the category of Davido and all of that, it's not easy to write songs, you see, and not when you have become very successful, you have a lot of hit songs. It gets to a point that you lose touch of writing.
as in writer's block.
You see,
It is happening to many of us.
exactly. It's not easy because you sit down and you have a lot of songs, a lot of hit songs.
You don't want to write something similar to
exactly. If you are not careful, any song you write will be similar to the other one.
Yeah.
So best is to employ ghostwriters. You need to also employ writers.
Don't use ghostwriters, to employ writers.
Writers,
yes, because
I listened to one interview that Davido granted about this particular album, and he was saying most of even the beats, like the sound that he used in creating this album, most of them were like kind of upcoming producers.
Yeah.
He employed a series of upcoming producers, and they were so happy that, oh, Baba, thank you for giving us the opportunity and all that. That is how he was able to put out this album.
So if you recruit upcoming songwriters, you see, they have a
virgin mind.
Yes, a fresh mind, and they want to write things that will impress. So you will get green content from them. But you have gotten to the pinnacle. You have seen it all. So it's even difficult. Things that will motivate you to even write deeper stuff and all of that. And at times when you see a lot of success, your motivation and everything, the hunger and the quest for the art even reduces. And these young guys, they are hungry for success and all of that. They are exploring, and also they are in touch with the new trend. They are in touch with the new day. So when you get closer to them, you can get a lot. That is, I was happy when Sarkodie organized its writing camp and all of that. That was one solid initiative. So you can gather some young creatives play with them.
That's right.
Yes, let's write, let's explore with your experience. When you see a good sound because of your experience, you'll be able to chip in 1, 2, 3, rearrange it better, and we have a song.
Could you let me ask you this? Burna
Well,
Boy,
let's be wrapping up.
Burna Boy as a stance is also on he's sampling Brandy's Top of the World for his next release.
Okay,
Burna Boy did one with.
So this one,
this is official.
This one, he's made it clear.
No, I want to ask this: that does it mean that when an artist gets to a phase where he's done the first one and it's been successful, and he's going for another one?
First sampling.
Yes, the first sampling. That is the Tony Braxton one.
Yeah.
And he's going for another one. Does it mean that he has gotten to that phase of block?
It could be, and it could not. It could be that, okay, now there are songs that are so popular. This is also a great marketing strategy because these songs are huge, and where he's heading to now, Burna Boy is now conquering the world, and one way to do it easily is to do some of these things. Songs that are already monsters, you want to touch on them, add your feel to it, and make it popular, because these songs, their successes is already there. So anytime you touch it, the ears or the eyes that are already fixated on this song, you just grab them. You just grab them. So he did the first one, the Tony Braxton one, and it was successful. So why not do more? He can even do a full album of that, and that will be successful. Another point will be that, okay, at this time when I'm writing, me myself, I don't feel what I'm writing. So at this point, let me go by this sampling and refresh my mind.
A younger person.
Exactly. Or maybe you can even relax and refresh your memory, and you come back again. Because when you get the writers, but what do? You just leave them, go and do other things,
And you come back.
go through some therapy, take your mind off the thing, and you come back and you get the inspiration to go hard again. So it could be, but with Burna Boy, he is clearly on a strategy which is very good.
And I also want to add that Burna Boy's thing, I think, is even a marketing strategy.
Very.
He knows the hit songs already.
Exactly.
Let me feed on the hit songs.
Yes,
and just go.
and
Easy going. Yes.
No need to stress.
Add
Let
the
me feed on
outfit
hit
to it
songs.
and
Let's go.
combine
Okay, so
all
in
this.
wrapping up, I also want to say that Team Nigeria should continue pushing this agenda for the poor people. This is Davido. His family is rich enough. If maybe, for you know, do you know it could even be someone who wrote for Davido, because Davido too, people write for him.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's there.
Yes.
I'm this lady, Tenny.
Yeah.
Tenny has written for the.
Oh, there was a guy I even interviewed during my days at Xylophone who wrote for Davido. And the guy, I'm sure, even at the point, felt Davido did not give him due credit for some things. Later, I heard he came back begging Davido for that incident. So, yes, I still want to believe that it could even be that the person who wrote the song for Davido did not tell him the truth. So, if Team Nigeria can push this for the guys to get rewarded for their rights, I'm sure it will be the best thing to do. But we are following up. We are sure going to follow up. Maybe next week when we start our series on Showbiz Daily, we'll find one time to revisit this topic again, to find out whether the video has responded. As it stands now, the video has not said anything. But I trust the video. He's a very generous person. Even if it comes out that he's not guilty and he wants to just do something for the people, he will.
But he will not do it.
He'll not do it.
He will not do it.
Why do you think he'll not do it?
He will not do it because, you see, this sampling thing has two phases. Sometimes when he does it, he might feel like, okay, that is an admittance. That's how some people would see it. So if
but he can admit that the person wrote. That's what I'm saying.
There's no shame in
I'm not
this,
sure he wrote all the songs on the album. Maybe I was trying to do something, but time did not permit me. I would want to even go beyond the name and just the title of the album to read further details, to see if the video might have credited another writer or might have credited another person. So I'm sure I'll do that when I wanted to do that, but I'm sure this phone is limited. Maybe this phone would have that information. This one I am limited with the information because I have not subscribed to the platform here. So when I check the other one, it could be that the video himself will credit the original,
like Drake did with Obrafo.
So maybe when we get there, we will surely talk about it. But you guys promised them some TikTok, you know.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Then not tomorrow.
No, tonight.
Tonight,
Tomorrow.
we are on available.
Because we
You know,
we are
go
in
see us.
Kumasi now,
But we will be
why.
bringing updates from Rich Game's birthday party.
Yeah.
Yes, at basement.
Tonight,
So.
there, nobody should advise us.
No.
I beg you, nobody should advise us tonight.
If you have advice, wait Monday, then give it to us. If you have any advice, available. Hey, you know, go see. I'm unavailable. Hey, you know, they see.
So all this why Davido keep the song. Davido don't try. Davido is still
Unku.
Davido is still our